You have a 1 in 300 chance or a 1 in 0.003% chance of pulling an ultimate rare elemental hero Shining Flare Wingman from an elemental energy booster pack. Let me repeat that one more time. 1 in 300 chance, or a third of 1%, not even 1%, a third of 1% chance of pulling specifically an ultimate rare Shining Flare Wingman. Alright, so that's where this video is going to be. But first, let me tell you how I got to these numbers. I took, for example, Elemental Energy, 25 ultimate rares in the set, 7 supers, 4 ultras, and 14 rares. That's 25, and there's 25 ultimates. You take the odds of getting an ultimate, which is 1 in 12 packs, and you take the odds of getting that specific ultimate rare, which is 1 in 25 ultimate rares. You multiply them together, and there you get the probability. The probability of 2 specific events happening off of each other, you multiply them. So anyhow, enough with the math lesson. What I'm trying to convey in this video is that the odds of pulling an ultimate rare are extremely slim, and the price of these ultimate rares have reflected that in the last 6 to 12 months. Many cards have gone up. Actually, pretty much every card, every ultimate rare card from the GX era has gone up in some shape or form. I remember picking up ultimate rare Lost Millennium Ancient Gear Golems for $10. Near mint, $10. They're hitting $50 now. And this was before the new format, or deck format. You know, Shining Flare Wingman was never a $150 card. A year ago, it was much, much less than that in near mint condition. Now, you know, a lot of people may say, sell, 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 triple your money. And I'm on that board when you could triple your money, or quadruple, or 5x, 500%, your ROI, return on investment. If you could do that, why not do it? But I think this is specifically an area where these ultimates, they've climbed, they've peaked, but they have not plateaued. I think they're ready to roll, they're ready to continue to go up, simply because pull rates and supply will be so low going forward. Let's take this into consideration. Elemental Energy boxes, Rise of Destiny boxes, Power the Duelist boxes, you know, many, many GX boxes out there. Pretty cheap, you know, $80, even Enemy of Justice. Shining Phoenix Enforcer, that's not bad. But anyhow, you know, Flaming Eternity. You're talking under $100, you know, with Cybernetic Revolution 115, Elemental Energy 130. They're at the price points now to where people will buy these boxes in hopes of pulling one of these cards, and they can potentially open the product. What happens now if, as the supply diminishes, Elemental Energy, Cybernetic Revolution, all these other boxes continue to go up, and eventually they hit over 200 a box? The odds of someone opening a box at over 200 to try and pull an ultimate rare card, very slim. Because there comes to a certain price point where people get so expensive, where people are afraid to actually open that product because it was so expensive. What I'm saying here is, ultimate rares will just get less and less and less flooded on the market. They will continue to dry up and dry up and dry up over time, as prices will go up on these GX boxes. As a result, there will be less on the resale market. Everyone who got them will have them. The prices of the singles will go up because the prices of the boxes will go up because nobody else is opening it anymore. So there is no supply of ultimate rares. And what I'm saying is, for $150, for example, an ultimate rare Shining Flare Wingman, it's not that bad of a price. It's not that bad of a price. And that's crazy, because I like to buy low and sell high, and a lot of people say, well, you know, it's 3 times what it was 6 months ago, or 2 times what it was 6 months ago. Why are you going to buy it? Why would you even consider buying it when it's already spiked? Because there's still room for growth. And when there's still room for growth, that's a golden opportunity. You might look 2 years down the line. And honestly, in my opinion, you will. 2 years down the line, you'll say, Ancient Gear Golem for $50. You know, I wish I got that, because now it's 200. So, I don't know. I mean, I have this, for example. Ultimate Rare PSA 10 Ancient Gear Golem. Am I looking to rush to sell this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because I think Ultimate Rares, while they have spiked, have not peaked. Ultimate Rare cards, as I mentioned earlier in the video in the little math lesson, are extremely tough to pull. I mean, you can go through 12 boxes, and the odds of you getting one are still iffy. 12 boxes. You could open 12 boxes of a product and not get the one card you want. And then you look and you see Ultimate Rare cards from GX sets going for $3 shipped. You know, why not jump on it? Because, again, none of these cards will go down unless they're used in the meta, unless they're used in the game. None of these cards will go down in price. And then we have to talk. If Upper Deck decided, now I base my projections here and probabilities, statistics. This is statistics based on the fact that the ultra rare cards in the set that were made ultimate were equally as favorable pulls as anything else. And what do I mean by that? I mean that when you get an ultimate rare, you have as good of a chance to get a rare card as an ultimate as you did as an ultra rare. What if Upper Deck, now some people have actually said this, that Upper Deck short printed the ultra rare cards, and they made them even harder to pull than the super rares as ultimates or the rares as ultimates. That could be the case. I don't know. I'm not Upper Deck. I don't know if they'll ever give that information out, but if that's the case, you're talking that 1 in 300 chance of pulling something, that one card that you want, is now even harder. I mean, it could be 1 in 400, it could be 1 in 500, 1 in 600. We don't know. I mean, we don't know. It depends. But on an equal chance basis, it's a 1 in 300 shot of pulling that's one specific ultimate rare card. For example, let's say there were 2 ultimate rare cards in that set from Elemental Energy. Now your odds were cut from 1 in 300 to 1 in 150 because of the simple laws of probability and the multiplication rule of probability of the 2 events happening at the same, or as a result of each other. But what I'm saying here, guys, is, and I think I did make this clear earlier on, Ultimate Rares have spiked. They have gone substantially up, but I don't think they're done yet. I think these cards down the line could be some of the most sought-after cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! You look at Morphing Jar, that's a 1 in 100 shot of pulling. You look at an Ultimate Rare of whatever it is, Ancient Gear Golem, 1 in 300 chance. So it's 3 times as hard to pull, ratio-wise, an Ultimate Rare of your choice as it is to pull a Morphing Jar. Now, again, let's all understand that Tournament Pack 2 was printed in much less quantities, which reflects the price of Morphing Jar right now, which is a super hot card. But I'm just trying to say, for comparison's sake, the odds of pulling something in Ultimate Rare that you want is extremely scarce. And I think they have completely dried up on the market, and I think they will continue to completely be non-existent on the market. There's no reason why. And especially, like I said before, if these GX boxes continue, or do, which they will, over time, they should, go up in price, it will get to that price point where no one's going to open. There's going to be less Ultimate Rares than there is now on the market. And it's just going to cause a huge, huge effect. It's going to cause a huge price jump. As we've seen in the last year. I don't think we're done yet. I don't think the collectors have got what they wanted. I think there's many collectors out there that still want their Ultimate Rares. I think as well that there's some of the younger generation are getting older. I was part of the original, I remember Blue Eyes and Metal Raiders and all that good stuff, and Magic Ruler. But people that were born into that GX era, they may now join, this is something to consider as well, they may eventually join the nostalgic factor of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the collecting aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! And they may now want to take part in their collectors or dream cards as a kid and buy that Ultimate Rare, whatever it is, from the GX era. Wow, I could hardly speak. But yes, I mean, I think that these cards are not done. I think they're just beginning. I think when it's all said and done, PSA 10 cards right now are pretty cheap of Ultimate Rares. I think down the line they'll be pretty expensive for sure because there's just not going to be many of them. Hopefully PSA decides to label Ultimate Rare on the actual label and have a population for Ultimates only, but we're getting into a separate category. Long story short, Ultimate rares, extremely tough to pull. Extremely scarce to pull. Lots of potential for ultimate rares. The market surge is just beginning for ultimate rares. It should continue to go up over time. And if you haven't picked up those ultimate rares that you wanted, whether it be a Shining Flare Wingman, whether it be an Ancient Gear Golem, or whether it just be some crap rare that just looks cool, you might want to pick up that ultimate rare while you can, because honestly, prices should continue to rise. That's all. Thanks, guys. I will be back with another video coming soon. Thanks.